Hello. Today at idealtopics.com, we are going to show you how to make a sticky header. That's a header that stays in place while you scroll up the page with a little bit of CSS in the WordPress customize area. The way you do this, if you look first, the header goes away. The main menu goes away when people are scrolling past the page. You don't want that. You want people to see everything you got going on there. So when they go through your page, they can see things like my little Fiverr ad here, some of this, but it keeps the menu up here. Very first step, go up these three dots right here. Click those. We go to More Tools, Developer Tools. We get this cool area that explains what every part of this page is called. What we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the box with the arrow. Click that. We're going to hover over parts of the page to help us find what's going on over there in the main thing. So we have some things up here. We'll click and it'll take us to a certain area in the developer tools. And we're going to scroll down and wait till we have all blue. Perfect. I think this is main header bar. Now that we know the name of this, we can go to our WordPress environment. We can use that in our additional CSS to keep that in place. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to WordPress. This is where this is found. Appearance, Customize. I use Customize for a lot of things. I have one where I centered the featured image, resized it, and a lot of things. It's a different article on my site, idealtopics.com, and it's a real fun one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to additional CSS, and in this area we're going to type CSS code for the main header bar. I've saved some of this code to speed this up for you. I'm going to highlight the code, put it in here, and find out what the code does. I'll explain it to you. Here's a main header bar, which we found with the developer tools. We have position fixed, which means the area we've designated here through the developer tools will stay in place. It will not move. As I scroll, you can see now it stays in place. Looks a little punched up right here because we have the bar on the side in a WordPress environment, but we'll work with that, and I'll show you in a little bit how it works out. We have width 100%. This is huge. This means it's very responsive. If you look at it on the phone, you look at it on a tablet, you look at it anywhere, it's going to keep a percent of the screen, 100%. We don't want to set it to a certain, like 1200 pixels or something, because it'll mess up on a phone or something like that. 100%, 100% of the screen. And then I, for my website, put in padding right, 20 pixels, because I have a search bar, and I want it to be over a little bit to keep that on the same line. It's professional. It looks good that way. So currently, we have this where it doesn't stick right here. If we go back to WordPress, we're going to publish, which is going to include all this code now within our site. 3 lines of code. No plugin necessary, nothing extra. Doesn't slow down your site at all. Keeps it fast, great, so people can see everything you got going on. Now hopefully, when we refresh this page, this bar up here that jumped up. This bar up here should stay put. Perfect. We now have a sticky header with 3 lines of code. How cool is that? That's super cool. But what we saw is we saw our content jump up a little and is now underneath the bar. It's kind of overlapped. It's a z-index thing. Not important right now, but we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this area right here and we're going to add a little padding to it to drop it down under our menu bar. This I've actually saved earlier. You learn this in Developer Tools. You go back there and you'll find out the name of it. I found out it is site content, which makes sense because that's the whole site itself. So I'm going to put that in my additional CSS also because I want that to drop down below the menu bar. Otherwise it looks silly and that's not what we want. We want it to look good. Paste. Oh my gosh, perfect. It worked. So this is now below the menu bar and we have a sticky menu. I'm going to hit publish. We'll go back to the page I have this on. And when I hit refresh, hopefully my menu of the pictures drops down, and it did. Look at this. I scroll down, and now we have our main content here, like video tutorials and my ad and all my cool articles. But now it's below it. I have now, with just 3 lines of code, and then 1 extra for padding on the content, I have a sticky menu, and I can now scroll, and it stays right there. I didn't need a plugin and anything extra like that. 4 lines of code now. Perfect. I have a sticky menu. That's what everybody wants, or that's what I wanted, so people will scroll on my site and see everything I got. So we added CSS This is what we added right here. I'll have an article to go with this on my website, idealtopics.com. And just by this tidbit right here, we now have this. Perfect. Sticky menu, that's what we wanted to accomplish, and we did accomplish that. So this is idealtopics.com. Thanks for watching this, and subscribe or comment below. Making videos all the time. If you have anything you want to ask me, and I'll work on it, get the answers for you. Thank you. Take it easy.